Okay, I'm terrible. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. But like, there's that girl on YouTube that does that, and it's like, she's really, really popular, and apparently she's Japanese, and she just stares at the camera for like, maybe, I don't know, 30 seconds or something, and just like does stuff like, and it's just like, I don't know, I'm not sure why I'm thinking about this right now, but it's just like crazy. Anyway, moving on. I have returned from Taiwan, the land of Taiwanese people and food. Taiwan was very fun, and it was also very exhausting. I was very glad to be able to spend more time with Mason and Yuchan before they moved to Canada. I hope everybody hope for Yuchan because she's worried about visa stuff. We don't really worry about. I think I look red right here. I think I look red in a lot of places. I'm often pink, and here I look fat. And I don't know what I'm doing with this video right now. I just like, I made a video for my boyfriend, and so I thought, I'm in the video making mood, so I'll make another video and talk about Taiwan. And I have I have tons and tons of Taiwanese footage, and I've got a headache. Ugh. But eventually I'll put something together and put a little video up for it for people that actually want to see. I don't know if people are interested, but I'm sure that like my mom would like to see some stuff with Taiwan, and probably my sister too. And if you guys want to watch, you can watch, obviously, because obviously I put it up so people can watch if they want to. But if people don't want to, then that's okay. I just have fun doing these sometimes. What is the word? Rambling about nothing as usual. But it's even worse right now. I don't know. But yes, Taiwan was fun. We ate and ate and ate. I was so full. The last morning or noon, when before we went to the airport, the first and the last days we stayed with Yuchan's mom because she lives close to the airport. It's outside of Taipei. It's a place called something in Taiwanese, but in Japanese, the kanji are peach and park type of thing, so it's like momo-en. But you say something else in Taiwanese, obviously, but I don't speak Taiwanese. That's another thing. If you don't speak Taiwanese, then it's a very, very kind of intimidating place because it's just like crazy. Like Mason and I were talking about it, and it's like Japan. I came to Japan with little, very, very little tiny knowledge of Japanese, and I felt okay. I felt comfortable, and navigated myself just well. I don't think I could do that in Taiwan without knowledge of the language. Mason, like, I had been thinking about this, and then Mason talked about it with me, and I was just like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm not the only person that thinks this. It's just like, I don't know. There's something about it where it's like, if you don't know it, it just seems so intimidating, and if you don't have somebody that can lead you around, like even just ordering things, I have no idea. And it's just, I don't know why it's different from Japan. We couldn't really put our fingers on it, but there was just something different where it's like, if you don't know how to do it, it's okay to do it here, to try to struggle, but there, it just wouldn't work, it seems. I don't know. We did have some fun things with, the people are very, very friendly. It's not that the people are like, outsiders. But, like, we were on the bus once, and these two little boys were looking at us, and then they started to try to use some English. And we were walking through Taipei, and we're in these crowds, and this girl sees me, and she's like, wow! Hey, welcome to, enjoy Taipei! And she just kind of gives me a friendly sock in the shoulder. And I was just like, wow, that's kind of neat. And then we went to this amusement park, and there's this little boy, the coolest little boy ever. Fifi, another Taiwanese friend of ours that lives here, Yuchan and I were in line for the log ride. Mason didn't want to go because he didn't want to get wet. And we're just talking, and then all of a sudden this little kid runs up behind me. He's like this tall. He comes up to my, like here. Oh, hello. And he just starts talking. Blah, 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 and I'm just like, and Fifi and Yuchan start talking with him, and he said some, I don't know what all he said. He said something like, is he from America? And he starts like punching my arm, kind of like just talking and talking and talking, like he's so excited. And I think some people would have really, really found it annoying, but in like some way it was like really kind of just like, this kid is amazing. I have no idea what he's talking about, but the girl said he was hilarious. And we found out that on the ride you could only have 2 people in each car, and so Fifi and Yuchan went together, and I was like, well, I'll ride with the little kid, why not? And he's like, "Ha! You get to ride in the front!" And I didn't know what he said until the girls told me. I was like, "Oh shoot," because I was hoping that I could get him to ride in the front and get soaked, but instead I did. And the whole ride, he knows that I don't speak any Chinese because I was just like, "Butsu dao, bushao de," and like I don't understand. And he's just talking the whole time, and I asked the girls, I heard something, and apparently he was like, "Kwakunai, kwakunai," which means like, "Aren't you scared? Aren't you scared? Are you not scared? You're not scared?" And luckily, at one point, I did understand what he was saying, and he was telling me how to sit and put my feet, because with the really, really steep, big one, I think I would have been tossed out of the boat thing, because there's no seatbelts or anything. It's like, oh my gosh, you could just jump out. And he was like becoming really frantic, and I looked back and he was saying all this stuff, and so I put my feet the right way and all that. That was fun. And just other people that are just so friendly. It's amazing. And we ate and ate and ate. We went and saw lots of neat little places, like the town that Spirited Away is based on, the Miyazaki film, Japanese anime. If you haven't seen it, it's an interesting film. But apparently it's based on this Taiwanese little town, and it was pretty cool. And we also went and saw a couple movies. Before I get to that, I don't want to forget, Taiwanese food is amazing, it's huge, and it's cheap. Like, for the week that I was there, we ate so much all the time, and we paid entrance fees, we went to movies, I had to pay for bus fare and train fare, all sorts of things, and I spent probably around $200 for the entire week. I was amazed. Like, you get, like an onigiri would be about 75 yen, which is about 75 cents. It was like 25 yen. I was floored. Like, they always tell me how cheap it is, but I was amazed. And we went to the night market and all sorts of stuff. All sorts of stuff, blah, 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 blah. We also went to see 2 movies. Now, the first one was Wanted. I thought it was neat, but it's based on a comic, and Mason knew the comic, and it was nothing at all like the comic except for the general idea and the title, and so he didn't like it. The second one was Mummy 3. Please, please do not ever see that movie if you haven't yet. If you have and you like it, something's wrong with you. It is a terrible, terrible, terrible movie. It's so bad. It's so bad. Oh my gosh. Like, I saw that, like, everybody was kind of excited about it. I had not heard of it until, like, right before I left here, when I saw a preview for, like, a poster for it, and I was like, oh my, I didn't know about this. And it's like, oh my gosh, Jet Li's in it. Again, he's in another movie since he retired. And so I thought it would be kind of good, and it seemed interesting. And it started, and it was just like, oh my gosh, so bad. Like, first of all, I don't have much time. First of all, the woman has been replaced. They're pretending it's the same woman, but it's a completely different actor. So it's like, what? You don't do that. You don't do that. If it's a different woman, you do something to the other lady. Like, you say, oh no, she was dead. She died from cancer, or like she was trying to cure people from disease or hunger. I don't know if you cure people from hunger. But, and she died because she was mowed over by something. Or, that's terrible, oh my gosh. Or something, but you don't just have this new lady and just say it's her. It's completely different. It just doesn't work. And then, what was the other thing? There were a couple other things. There were tons of other things. The acting, that was... How do you forget that? The acting was terrible. Like, there's parts where, like, the son, and then they had this totally stereotypical in American eyes of Chinese woman type thing. It's like, I'm a not Chinese, I'm an American man. I am smooth, and I'm powerful. I am Chinese woman, I know Kung Fu. You like me. I have an interest in you, but you can kick my butt, so I don't like you. Oh, well, that's okay, because I don't have interest either. But yes, I do. Oh, I have interest. Oh, I can't tell you. Oh, and it's just like, oh my gosh, no, so bad, so bad. Don't see it, please. Don't even download it from the internet. Don't give it any attention. I'm giving it too much attention here. It's just so bad. I'd be embarrassed. I guess, as Mason said, the actors still got paid, but still, oh my gosh. Anyway, Taiwan was great, and Mason and Yuchan, I love you too, and I hope I get to see you again soon. Maybe the 4 of us, my guy and you guys, can go on vacation sometime. Since he'll be in Canada, he's in the States, and I'm over here. We'll have to figure out somewhere to go. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. I hope this video wasn't terrible as I think it is. But let's be pretty again. Pretty. Pretty.